Hey guys, what's up? I was going to do a very different video tonight, but in light of the headline news, I feel compelled to vlog about this at least. It was a weird day. I got a call from my daughter. She wanted to have dinner with me, so I picked her up, we went, and we were having dinner. And then the phone just started ringing. People were calling me, telling me this. And, it was kind of like, wow, really? I didn't see that coming. And a lot of people called me or texted me. It was a trip. It all happened at once. It was this big flood. And my daughter and I, we reacted to it. She was kind of surprised too. And I was surprised that she was surprised, seeing how she's 11. But she knows who Michael Jackson is. She knows the music, and she knows the story, I guess. She watches the news like everybody else. But then we kind of got off the subject and talked about what we were talking about before. Messed around a little bit. I dropped her off, and then I guess it hit me. It soaked in. And this is big, guys. Now, a lot of you out there see this man differently than somebody like myself. And the reason being is because a lot of you are too young to remember when he was great. You had to be there. You definitely had to be there. I remember the old Jackson 5 songs. I remember the first Michael Jackson song I could ever remember hearing was probably Ben. And it was funny because I remember it was a 45. And my sister said, hey, you gotta hear this song. And she put it on, and it was on 33, and it was like, Ben, it was real low, and I thought, well, this is some old man or something. And then she turned it on to 45, and it sounded, like Michael Jackson. It was the first time I ever heard him. And then, of course, Off the Wall, but when Thriller came out, guys, there are a few songs out there that I can say, back then, in the 80s, we had all these new sounds, we had all these new production techniques. The new sounds were from analog synthesizers and such. And we had some fantastic producers like Quincy Jones, who we met at NAMM. But Billie Jean was a sound that we'd never heard before. It was a tempo, I think. Something was, the key, something about it was dark. It may not sound dark to you because you've heard it so many times, it's just embedded in your head. But the song was kind of dark, but it was up-tempo at the same time, and it was a well-written, fantastic pop song. We'd never heard anything like it before. A couple other songs come to mind that are kind of irrelevant right now. I guess Little Red Corvette by Prince was one, and maybe even Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran were songs that just blew us away. Or blew me away anyway. It was like a new sound, I'd never heard it before. It's a generation thing. People my age, or people older than me even, feel that way as well. But he was a hell of a performer, guys. I don't think there's ever been a bigger, larger-than-life performer than he was. I think this whole thing, and despite all the tabloid stuff, I don't want to talk about the tabloid stuff, just because I want to show some respect today. Maybe another day. But I personally think this is bigger than Elvis. This is bigger than the Beatles, or Buddy Holly, or even Frank Sinatra. I don't think it gets bigger than this. I don't think we will ever see anybody this larger than life again. Not in my lifetime. And it's, kind of an end of an era for a lot of us. But some recommended listening for some of you who maybe just know Thriller and Billie Jean and a couple other songs. Do yourself a favor and check out the solo albums. Off the Wall, the whole Thriller album, Bad, which is my least favorite of the bunch, but there are some gems on there. Dangerous, which I will admit is my favorite, and even the History album. It's a 2-disc set. One disc is the greatest hits, but the other disc is a group of brand new tracks, and there are some gems on there. But yeah, man, this is heavy. This is real heavy, and I just wanted to, I guess, for what it's worth, throw my 2 cents out there in the universe about it. It's still soaking in. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. But, I mean, we didn't see it coming. I guess that's why it's strange. I guess when you're a little kid, when you're 5 years old, you're from a poor working class town in Indiana, you become a superstar, and then you are in the public eye for the rest of your life. It can work on you after a while, and it's sad. I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody, I guess, but it's just an observation. We really haven't seen too many child stars grow up to be normal, and Michael definitely wasn't. But having said that, I mean, he was a very bright light for a long time, and he'll be missed. Practice and enjoy.